women don't like video games. It's not a thing. In general, maybe there's the, slight exclusion for some women that really do like them, but women don't like video games. It's just not a thing, dude. It's like women don't like going to the gym. This is a new phenomenon. Back in my day, boy, you weren't seeing women in the gym, son. They were walking, they were doing Pilates, they weren't lifting weights. Now we got all these muscle models and all this craziness. This wasn't really a thing when I was a kid. Women weren't going to the gym. Women just wanted to be like, hey, if I just eat salad a couple days a week, I'll be skinny. That's all. Really, women just need to be skinny. Men are the ones that need to have muscle. And so these women that play video games, to me, is so performative. Because men like video games. Men have always been the one to like video games. Men create video games, and men enjoy video games. It's just like,
honestly, I feel like I see that same dude.
I think women write a lot of the smut novels, and women enjoy those smut novels.
All the different women. Every time I see a clip
it's just so
of
odd.
somebody getting...
It's just like anime, too. Like, when I was younger, watching Yu-Gi-Oh! And Dragon Ball Z, you were kind of a weirdo.
They're just going on so many dates.
You don't like football. Like, I'm really a big sports guy. I'm much better watching that Dragon Ball Z when I was a younger kid, like in middle school, and Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon cards. Then I figured out really quick that the kids who did that were much more nerdy than I wanted to be associated with. So I was like, alright, I guess I gotta drop the Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, and then I can only talk about Pokemon cards with like some couple kids, because if I talk about it with everybody, I'm gonna look really weird. And so then I got into skateboarding, to be socially acceptable. Skateboarding was everybody wanted to skateboard. Everybody, like Jackass was huge, Bam Margera, John Knoxville, all that stuff was like one run. Everybody wanted to do that stuff. They had home videos of us jumping off buildings and falling into bushes, like jumping into holly bushes as a kid. Stupid. I had a broken arm at one time, and I was jumping off a roof into a holly bush. Stupid, dude. Stupid, but I saw it, and that was what we were influenced by, is wanting to skateboard. And I broke my arm skateboarding. So it was stupid. It was so stupid, but we all did it, and that was what it was. Now, video games are so prevalent, everybody's doing it. We have female streamers, like gaming is more like a common culture now. Like esports are huge now. But back when I was a kid, LG was a small niche community. It wasn't a big, massive community, but now you see these esports players, they have esports in high school. I saw a video of a kid who was like on JV in high school on the esports team, and he's like, hey, you know what? You're playing varsity today, kid. And he's like, oh my god, you're playing varsity? I was like, what? The only JV and varsity we had was actual sports like soccer, football, basketball, volleyball. That was the sports you associated with JV and varsity. But now we have esports. It's just wild to me how it's changed so much where video games are so normalized now. But the women that play, to me, it's performative. Hiding my boyfriend's controller in my jeans because he always wanted to be on the game. Oh, he got the green screen. He's a streamer too.
Yo, you see my controller?
I got the smell. He's ready to lock in.
Lucky dog. This dog is searching the whole damn house.
Like, I will.
It's only
Like, what the hell is wrong?
this phone don't work.
We'll take that one.
I just told you it don't work.
Well, I don't know what you want from me.
Well, come help. I don't know. It's not downstairs. That's the only place it would be.
Well, go with your little snuggie and go buy another one. I was recording a video.
Yo, give me my. Come on. What are you doing? What are you
I
doing?
was testing out the glow mode leggings.
Yo,
Like, what the hell?
what you mean testing them out? Look,
You're being
you
really...
go my analog. Come on, give me my.
Bro,
He's
you've been on the game for how long? Like, I was just in them out.
Who can? I can't play the game. It's my goddamn. I'm not bothering you.
And dude, here's my thing with the controllers. Xbox, PS5, y'all gotta chill on these controller prices. I only bought a new controller because for some reason Xbox just can't make a controller that lasts more than 6 months. And them hoes are like $60, $70. It's like, God, what's going on?
But he's addicted to playing Call of Duty with the boys.
He's a 10, but he's addicted to playing Call of Duty with the boys.
What's his new rating?
0. Absolutely 0.
Shut up.
Because games smell bad. 4. Okay,
Really? Gamer boys smell bad?
I don't see that as motivation. I think it can be a hobby. I think you can do it for fun, but if you're constantly gaming, that's just not going to work for me because I'm a very driven person. I would just see that as laziness, to be honest.
Like a 5, 6? I don't know. If he's the same age as me, I feel like you gotta have a job and stuff. So if you're addicted to Call of Duty, you probably don't have a job.
Oh, ooh, 4, maybe a 3.
If he's actually a good lord. No, if he's a Chad, you'll let him do you bad. Shibata should have bought a Honda, put it on a t-shirt. If he's a Chad, you will let him do you bad. Chad, I'd just be coming up with these. I'm gonna be mean to you sometimes.
With my fiance for 4 years now, and he's never had a PlayStation before. Now it's taken over my life, and now I just really feel like I wish I'd appreciated life before he got a PlayStation. So this is an insight into my life now.
Dude, he's locked in bed on the big screen. Oh, you playing Call of Duty on that, bruh? Nah, you can't do that.
While we're on,
You can't do that. The refresh rate is too low on those, bro. You cannot do that. All right, let's switch gears. Let's get up into the Twitter. You can't do that. Playing Call of Duty on a big TV like that is trying to like dig a grave with a spoon. It's just it's like a pregnant woman. All right, what is this? Her husband sees his friends once a week every month for a long weekend. He booked a 2.5-week trip to France over the summer without his wife and kids and wants to know if she's overreacting. Wait, what?
So I'm just coming on here to air my grievances, and I want to know if I'm crazy. But my husband has been going on these trips with his friends. He sees them once a month for a long weekend, and whatever, that's fine. We've got 2 little kids. I just watch the kids, and he goes and does his, thing. But last week, he's like, hey, man, buddy, we go to... It's on Air Club for $450 round trip. We're going to go 2.5 weeks. I'm like, what?
It's a long time.
I never get to go on trips like that. I don't understand. Is this a bad thing? Am I overreacting? I feel like you should take your family. I don't get it.
Now, I'll be completely honest. I think a 2.5-week trip is a lot. Got some of the comments here. Tell her what, long weekend, yeah, but if you've got 2 little kids leaving them for 2 weeks, no go. Somebody says, I mean, he's kind of gay. So why aren't you booking yourself a trip once a month? Because you guys, no kids, no husband. This is what I would have done. Go on the internet to look sad. I mean, kind of got a point here. I just don't see the point in going on a 2-week trip. Now, for example, I will be going to kick it with Jack Morgan May 6th to the 9th? 6th to the 8th. I'll be with Jack Morgan and be on his podcast. Shout out to my boy Jack, by the way. But that's more like a business trip. It's not really like a fun trip. Like I don't go on fun trips with my homies a lot. First of all, because it's very hard to go on a trip with a bunch of guys because you got to plan it. Like as you become an adult, it becomes really difficult to plan a trip with a bunch of guys. This I wanted to show you guys because it talks about a point I made the other day where I said female podcasts promote degeneracy and male podcasts promote self-help. Let's get off of it.
I always find it
Sorry, it was really loud. I'm trying to down some chat. My bad.
interesting that the top listened to podcasts for men are all self-help podcasts, but the top listened to podcasts for women is Call Her Daddy. Debauchery and degeneracy is pushed so heavily towards women that you actually have to wake up every single day and choose not to listen to those things. You not only have to fight when you're scrolling your algorithm, but you also have to fight this war that's going on in your mind. There's so clearly a war on young women's minds, and there has been for a very long time. Not only when it comes to your lifestyle and the way that you think, but your actual identity. We don't know what to put our identity into because we're constantly being sold a new identity. This is called a coherent aspirational identity system, and there's a new one pretty much every 6 months to a year. So these billionaires in boardrooms that we talked about that own these platforms, they create these coherent aspirational identity systems.
It's like, I want to be a soft wife life, soft girly, and then, 6 months later it turns into something different. But here's a clip of Call Her Daddy just to show you how much degeneracy they're talking about.
Okay, let me tell you this though. I will tell you this. I fucked him because I was dying over my ex, okay? After we fucked, I made myself throw up on PCH because of how disgusting it was. And then I went home and I sat in the shower floor and I didn't fuck again for like 2 years.
Just you, building your app on base 44. Describe it. And it's thought leads to more thought. Layer by layer, taking shape. When you need your tools, bring them in. They just click. Okay, take it up a notch. Create something smarter, something powerful. Style counts, so give it your touch. Big or small. Next idea, 8 a.m. Cool. Keep building. Ask yourself, wait, I built this? Damn right. Base 44. Build it your way.
Wait, were you even listening? You didn't take a single note this entire meeting?
I'm actually listening better than I ever have. Let me share my screen. Do you see this? Everything we're saying is...
That's what they talk about, champ. That's what they talk about.
It's 12 o'clock.